So I found this post on the Pokemon TCG subreddit that I wanted to share with you all. Here are the remnants of the failed Pokemon investors slash scalpers, those who did not understand the market, that wanted to make a quick flip and failed. So I wanted to show you guys this post because I think it's kind of funny and goes to show how many people that are in the space that don't understand anything that's going on, and they just buy anything and they hope it works out, because at least from what we've seen with some sets, you can possibly exponentially make 2 to 3 times your money, but that's not always the case because it really depends on the set you're doing it with, and people obviously that are scalping or flipping don't really know anything about the sets, why things go up, why things go down, why things are expensive, and they messed up and they had to return their product from this place, which is Walmart. People returning their Black Bolt ETBs again. Death emoji, Walmart. So as you can see here, there's just a tub of these Black Bolt Elite Trainer boxes. You can see that these are returns. Here are some of the reasons why they didn't want them anymore, or they wanted to return them, and it literally says don't want. And you can see this is maybe in Canada or something, because it's in like English and French. So yeah, looks like people just can return these at Walmart, even though I think it's against policy. But yeah, I made the posts of someone returning 40 plus Journey Together, I guess, ETBs. Now they returning Black Bolt ETBs that didn't sell. I'm assuming this time with a manager approving their returns. So I guess this is maybe the same person, or they're assuming it's the same person that I guess failed investing into the Journey, or not investing, I should rather say scalping and flipping the Journey Together ETBs. If you guys didn't know, Journey Together, it wasn't a flop, but it definitely was not hyped as some other sets. And after being released, Journey Together prices start to dip, and people that tried to buy ETBs or any other product from retail and flip them, you were making probably pennies, if anything, if anyone was even buying them. So I guess that person failed on that, and this is just another instance where they failed. Now let's actually see why, because when you're buying these at Walmart, I'm pretty sure they're $60. Now you can see on TCG Player, they're going for about $85. If you guys notice something here, you may notice this flat line. You can see from this perspective, this is the release. Okay, look at what's happened ever since release. Nothing. Prices have done nothing. Obviously, they dropped quite a bit from when I guess it was pre-ordering, but as of being released, these have done nothing. You can see ups and downs, and you can see the range here is only plus and minus $2 to $3, and you can see it's done nothing at all. It stayed at $85 pretty much the entire time. Okay, think about it. You're buying at $60. Add tax to that, you're paying about $65. So your margin is $20, but you have to sell locally at a percentage. For Black Bolt, even White Flare, no one's buying it 100%. Nobody is. So you're gonna have to probably sell at 80%. Guys, what is 80% of $85? They're basically making no money. Basically, I mean, you guys can do the math. You're maybe making a couple dollars. So you can see how this hasn't worked, because prices have not gone up like they thought they would skyrocket, like some other sets like Destined Rivals, and they had to return them because they failed. Now, this is interesting that some people are able to return, because trading card products, you guys know, aren't able to be really returned at most stores because they know there's tampering, and obviously, people that don't know anything about Pokemon or anything about trading card games can't tell what's resealed, what's not sealed, and they're not going to know anything, let's be honest here. So that's a big reason why trading cards are not accepted for returns in pretty much everywhere, but this got by, and I guess somebody didn't know that they had this policy in place where you can't return, and they were able to, which kind of sucks, because you would think that somebody who's trying to flip and doesn't know anything about what's going on, sometimes you want to see some of those people fail, and hopefully they get out of this whole place where they don't know anything about anything, and they're obviously trying to do something that's not the best thing ever, but they got through, and they were able to return. So let's just read some of the comments here. It's kind of funny. I thought cards were final sale. Head manager said the same thing, but a different manager keeps approving it again. Sounds like that manager needs to be looked at. Yeah, maybe they're in it together. They shouldn't allow returns on Pokemon at all. Easy to reseal and will deter scalpers. Real collectors don't return usually. Easy step in the right direction. No store usually does. This seems like a special exception. Probably close friends with worker manager. Yeah, probably. Walmart policy on TCG products on the receipts I see always says all sales final. What is the manager doing? And everybody is saying, yeah, they're probably working together. Some manager and some scalper, or they're working together. Hopefully, it's a sign that scalpers are losing. These guys just buy all of them up, and if they sell quick, they make a profit. But if it doesn't, they return them without losing any money they invested. You probably ordered way more than this and managed to sell those. So this person says it's a sign that scalpers are losing. I mean, kind of, right? I mean, it depends on the set you look at. Journey Together, they failed. I guess Black but White Flare, they failed. Destined Rivals, they didn't. Prismatic, they didn't. Mega Evolution, I don't know how much the ETBs are, but possibly maybe they're failing on that. It's kind of, I don't know how much the ETBs are going for, so I don't know if they're making a profit. But yeah, sometimes they do fail. And you know what? I think it's good to see some people fail because guess what? They're going to stop doing it. Bro, this is crazy. What if they're all tampered with? Said the same thing. And so did my head manager, and one assistant manager said too, but a different manager approved it. So it just seems like there's somebody doing some sketchy stuff. Because yeah, I mean, that's literally the reason why they don't allow returns, is because people can tamper with the stuff, and obviously people that are accepting returns are not going to know anything. So this is just, a sign, obviously, of people that don't know what's going on in sets, why things are probably, not going to go up like others. And obviously the people that don't know anything about the market don't know that, so they're buying Black Bolt, they're buying Journey Together in large quantities in retail, thinking they can double their money like Prismatic. But little do they know, not all sets are created equal. Some sets are obviously way more sought after, way more valuable than others. And Black Bolt and White Flare, they're just not those sets. I sort of talked about Black Bolt and White Flare sort of being one of those sets where it was, in my opinion, sort of obvious it was going to perform extremely well like Prismatic, just because the black and white era is not that popular. And you can see that in the data. You can see Black Bolt and White Flare, they have a lot of value, but they just don't have the demand or enough demand for prices to really go up for the sealed product. There seemingly is a lot still out there, and therefore prices have not gone up since release. And you can see the scalpers, the flippers are scrambling to try to return their product, or else they're gonna have to try to do all the work to just get their money back, or they're gonna maybe take a loss trying to flash fire sell them for the next thing they're gonna scalp. So that's all I want to share in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.